So now that you guys have an understanding of why MachineMetrics workflows matter, we'll go through the various ways our clients are leveraging the built-in application to create automation on the factory floor. We'll provide examples of how workflows are used to save time, increase productivity, and positively impact capacity. First, we'll talk about addressing one of the biggest challenges that still plagues manufacturing world today. Even in this time of hyperconnectivity, it's breakdown in communication. In many manufacturing environments, it can be difficult for production staff to meet expectations, even when things are going according to plan. Now throw a few curveballs in there, maybe some unforeseen disruptions, and those performance expectations might need to be recalibrated. So if the system of response communication is not effective, then that staff really cannot truly take ownership of performance, right? So MachineMetrics workflows provide an extremely simple and user-friendly communication system that gives the operator a voice when they request a call for help and immediately notifies designated personnel of what action is required. So knowing is half the battle, right? So you can use various methods of notifications like alerts and dashboards to drive that action. Communication rules can be established also to escalate to higher levels if the issues become critical or result in a prolonged disruption of performance. And from what you might learn tracking downtime trends with MachineMetrics, you may decide to implement continuous improvement workflows targeted at streamlining operations. This tool makes it extremely easy to implement those new process workflows. So now what I'll do is I'll give you an example using MachineMetrics where you could drive communication. And the example we use today is if there's a need for material at a machine. So the workflows application is built right into our IoT platform. It's found under the health menu by navigating to the workflows and navigations. It's as simple as creating a new workflow, giving it a name, indicating which machine you want that workflow associated with. You can have it either on a particular machine or apply to all of them. And then you're going to determine what the trigger is for that workflow. In this case, since we're using downtime categorization to drive that communication, we'll select that as the event trigger. Then we'll go in, and since we're focused on material handling and trying to drive communication around that, we'll select that downtime reason. But you do have the flexibility to drive communication around any downtime category that's selected at the operator interface. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. In terms of adding actions, we can select a notification. And if it's something that we want to give the shop floor an opportunity to address within a short window of time, we can do that within a time limit. So if I wanted to indicate a 10-minute window, I can do that. And then we can identify who we want to send that notification to. If we wanted to add cascading or escalated notifications, we have the ability to do that. And then we can also establish certain rules for when those notifications will happen. And that can be done on the profile settings within the system parameters. So what happens is once this workflow is established, anytime that an operator comes in and categorizes a downtime event as no material, now the designated party will be receiving either a text or an email, depending on the preferences, and action will be driven around that downtime event.